What is up, guys? Welcome back to episode number 10 today of the My Player Career Mode. So, last episode, if you remember back to it, guys, we had a vote for you all to vote on who should Ben go with his first sponsorship contract. There was 3 available: Puma, Under Armour, or to go with nobody at all. So as we kickstart today's episode off, Ben got himself in a taxi. He went over to the HQ of one of these respective companies that you guys had to vote on. You can see him telling the driver where to go in this little cutscene here. And he went to the HQ of one of the companies to discuss the sponsorship contract, which means it is not going to be the option of neither of the two did not win. It is one of the two of Under Armour and Puma. And I can confirm, as he entered the Puma HQ to talk to them about it, he did, in fact, make the decision to sign with Puma. You guys voted for it. There was 4% of you in the comments and on the video who clicked the little I button. If you don't know how to vote and you want to vote in future polls, basically there's a little I that appears on the video. You click on that, cast your vote, and that will then allow you to have your vote cast, and it'll count towards it. So a lot of you guys asked for Puma, and that is where Ben has signed his first sponsorship deal. So, of course, the clause in his sponsorship is that he has to be with Puma for the next 2 years now, which means now up until, 2 years down the line in January. And at the moment, Puma only had 2 boots, but one of them is currently still being made. It is a white version of the current boot that Ben is wearing. It is one of the new boots to be added into the mix from Puma, which means, of course, that is what Ben is going to be representing today. As it goes on and as the boots get made, more and more will come out, guys, and, of course, more will be available for Ben to try out and use. But right now, they sent him his very own special pair of these black boots from Puma. They look okay, but, of course, I prefer the white, and I'm sure you guys do as well. And I'm sure down the line, when Ben gets access to those white boots, once they're fully completed and not in prototype mode, he will be able to use them, and hopefully it'll look pretty good. So, of course, Ben, as I said, now being in Puma only, it means that he's going to have to wear Puma boots for the next 2 years. So any comments that you guys leave regarding boots or whatever, sadly, he is under a sponsorship contract, so he has to use Puma boots and Puma accessories. So as we kickstart the first game off today, guys, Fulham is the opponents for Ben and Ipswich. They actually started off the game better than Ipswich did with their first chance inside the first 4 minutes. But good work from Ben, gets him in behind here, 18 minutes on the clock, and you must have been thinking that was going to be 1-0 to the visitors here, Ipswich Town. But sadly for Ben, it came off the post, and then the referee gave, I do believe, a free kick. I don't know if it was for offside or if our teammate in the middle have caused an issue, and that is what's given for the foul. But then Ben, 47 minutes into the game, lovely little 1-2. Eventually, after I say 1-2, it actually was passed backwards, finds its way through to him, and on his weaker right foot, wearing the new Puma boots, guys, he scores the opening goal of the game 48 minutes in. Also shushing all of the people out there that was doubting him, especially after that Wolves performance in the last episode, guys. Of course, he scored the winner. So a lot of people were questioning as to where his loyalties lied. Of course, his parent club with Wolves or Ipswich Town, where he's currently playing. So as he got a goal here, slides that one underneath the goalkeeper, you have to admit, it wasn't, great goalkeeping, but he wasn't really left with too much. He had to close him down. At the end of the day, Ben's through one-on-one. He should be finishing that one off. So already an impressive start to the season in terms of goals, but that now takes him on to double figures for the championship season, 10 in total. Very good indeed. And he wasn't done there, actually. 61 minutes in, gets the pass backwards, looks for a curler to the top right, can't find it, sadly. Keeper, good one-handed save to deny him his second of the day. But 90 minutes on the clock, it was Ben who had the defining say in the game, with his goal being the winner, and it was another 3 points for Ipswich Town again. So another great performance, another great result, and to say the least, they are enjoying a nice spell of victories recently, Ipswich, and they have actually moved away from Ben's parent club in the form of Wolves, and are currently chasing down second place Reading. So automatic promotion is still very much on the cards for Ipswich. If they hadn't have drawn so many games, and they have done, they may have been even top at the table by now, but they keep drawing games, and that's something that's really, really frustrating. By the way, guys, I didn't realize that it is on World Class. You'll see later on I bump it up to Legendary, but I also have got a few sliders on. The reason the sliders are on is because of one of my other series is with Huddersfield Town. I had to make the AI more difficult, so I bumped them up in certain areas. The sliders for me and Ben, the one I'm controlling, remain exactly at 50. I don't have any bonuses. It's to make the computer harder. So i.e. the goalkeeper ability is up, meaning that the goalkeeper should be better. The pass error on the AI is down, making sure that their passes are more accurate. It's to make the game a little bit more tough for me and also a little bit more entertaining for you guys to watch, have the keepers a little bit better, and have the AI creating more chances, both on, I think, my team and on the, AI side, the opponents. So hopefully makes the games a little bit more tough. You'll see the sliders that I've got anyway set up in the last game, of today's episode. I do show them out. I forgot to show them, so I went ahead and showed them after I bumped it up to legendary. But regardless, guys, into the second game we go, and we're taking on Birmingham City in the FA Cup for this one. And what a start it was from Ben. 5 minutes in, finds his footwork into the area, feeds the ball across, the strike comes in. It's blocked originally, but McGoldrick is there, and he makes the score 1-0, but to no avail, because the offside flag is rightly raised. You'll see from this angle in a minute, guys, he was actually a tad offside. Look how close that is. But there was actually 2 players, to be fair, offside there. So I'm sure if McGoldrick hadn't put it in, the other guy that was next to him was also offside. So it probably would have been given regardless. But 20 minutes in, lovely footwork again from Ben. Gets the pass off, and that is just sheer quality from McGoldrick, of course. We had Ben opening up the scoring in game 1. This time around, McGoldrick says, anything you can do, I can do better. What a finish this is from the number 10. And he, of course, I think is the second top scorer in the team behind Ben at the moment. So there's a little bit of a rivalry going on there between these two. Can Ben, a centre attacking midfielder, finish higher on goals than that of McGoldrick? And, of course, Ben himself kind of fancies himself as a shadow striker, and that's kind of what I see when I look at Ben in terms of his ability. Not necessarily a centre midfielder, more of a shadow striker. Great work, though, here, 55 minutes in. Gets him into a really good area. Nice little... I wanted to do a driven shot, and Ben, in the end, just skies it. Literally skied it. It was going into Rose at that stage. No idea what happened to him. He just lost his cool right at the end. But 73 minutes in, Ipswich Town dominating. Lovely Burt from Ben. Gets it over to his teammate. The strike is on target and going in, but the keeper makes a good stop. From the corner, it's whipped in. Eventually, it comes down, and again, another really good stop from the goalkeeper. Stops Ipswich finding a second, and then again Ipswich piling on the pressure at this stage, trying to get that second goal just to shore up the victory here. Ben goes close with that strike. He tests the palms of the goalkeeper. However, it looked like Birmingham may pull one back very late on here. The goalkeeper up for the corner. It does come in. It's off the upright. It then comes back in again. Luckily this time for us, our goalkeeper catches that one in his arms. Otherwise, that could have been a really, really bad way to end the game if we'd have conceded there and been knocked out after having the lead for 90 plus minutes of that one. To lose it in the 93rd or to get the draw would not have been nice at all. But regardless, we do advance through to round 4 of the FA Cup. It's going to be interesting to see who we can pull in that one. Of course, we are already out of the Carabao Cup. If you remember way back, we played against Stoke, guys, and Ben had a really good performance, but sadly couldn't stop the Ipswich going out in that game. So it will be interesting to see if they can pull some Premier League opposition again, Ipswich, and maybe showcase Ben's ability once again before he potentially moves on. Now, I saw a few comments in the previous episode telling us that Ben maybe should leave in January, but sadly, guys, because he's on loan at Ipswich, I can't recall the loan, I can't put in a transfer request, and I can't do anything of that nature. So, at the moment, there is nothing coming in for Ben. He's going to have to remain a player until at least next summer. So that is what I did, guys, for the sliders. And of course I use these on my Huddersfield Town career mode, and it actually swaps over between series, so I can't keep swapping them back and forth and doing that. So I actually left them on, which hopefully will make the AI a bit more tough to play against. So the goalkeeper, as I said, the ability's up at 60, making him a better goalkeeper. The pass error down, so hopefully they create more chances, make the game a bit more entertaining. And also the run frequency as well of the AI is also up, again, to create more chances. So that is what I went with, guys. Hopefully, you guys, kind of understand that. I also bumped it up to Legendary as well to make it that much a little bit more tough for us. So as we went into the third and final game, guys, of today's episode, Ben back in the side again. This time it's against Leeds United, of course, who are a team that's got a little bit to do with Ben, with his family coming from Leeds, of course, me being his uncle. As Ben is my nephew in this series. It means, of course, I am tied to Leeds, and so is he in that aspect of coming from here. But this game, to Leeds' credit, was a very, very good one to play. Size gets in here, feeds it off to Lasonga. His strike was well beaten away by our goalkeeper. Otherwise, that could have been one of the worst possible ways to start a game off. But let me say this. This move coming up right now was just sensational. Ben to McGoldrick. McGoldrick out wide. A nice one-touch pass inside. And that is where Ben has been thriving this year. This is why he is so good at scoring goals. It's because as soon as he plays his pass out to the left, or plays it into McGoldrick, sorry, if you watch what he does, he wastes no time at all. He starts making his run into the area before the ball has even left McGoldrick's feet and gone out to the man on the left. Look, there he goes, straight into the middle, asked for it to be played, bang. 1-0 up, Leeds United caught napping, and Ben has scored the goal that matters in the game to give them the lead. It wasn't the cleanest of finishes, but sometimes you don't need to have clean finishes, provided you can get into those areas originally, and that's what he does. That's what Ben has done so well this season, so full credit to him again. Another fantastic run, takes him on to 11 goals now for this championship season, which for a cam, that is brilliant, absolutely brilliant, and he wasn't done there. Again, involved in this one, 30 minutes on the clock this time. It is good work. McGoldrick gives it off to Ben. Ben into Ward. Ward with a strike. And it's a good one-handed save from the Leeds goalkeeper as we tried to create another opportunity, but sadly couldn't do it. Into the 43rd minute we go now. Ben on the ball, feeds it to McGoldrick. McGoldrick out wide here, but that is just a great finish on this left-hand side. So now, not only has Ben scored, but the man on the left, who actually assisted Ben's goal, grabs himself one indeed. So that's 1 assist and a goal now for the man over on this left-hand side. I'm not quite sure who it is, but whoever it is, he's playing a Stormer as well. So it was going to be interesting who was going to get man of the match for this one. As I'm trying to read his name, but I didn't even catch it there. But yeah, so will Ben pick up man of the match for this, or is the man who's playing left wing today going to pick up man of the match? Because he had a Stormer. It was Fagundes or something his name was there. But into the second half we went. Leeds were really struggling to get themselves in this one here. It falls to Ben. His strike is well saved by the goalkeeper. And truly, we were just waiting to shore up these 3 points and get the points on the board. And it would end a really good episode of results. 2 wins in the league and 1 in the FA Cup here, as we had another chance there, but that one was very tame. Straight into the keeper's hands, and that was all the game had in store. So 90 minutes on the clock, another victory, another 3 points. No goals conceded in the episode as well. They were chances, but nobody took their chances, and that's one thing you've got to say. But truly, another great episode. Match facts wise, fairly even as well. It was very, kind of cagey, that one. I felt like if Leeds had scored that chance at Asonga early on, it might have been a different game. But Wolves losing again, this time to Barnsley, dropping points there as well. We need to keep tabs on Reading's results because we can catch them. They did just beat Hull City, who are top of the table though at the moment. So good work from them. Provided we can keep winning, it's going to pile the pressure on Reading. So hopefully we can catch them, hopefully. So for Ben's sake, that's the way we end today's episode off. If you did enjoy it, a like rate would greatly appreciate it. Thank you to all of you who voted on the last episode. Thank you to all of you as well who show continued support on this channel. I really do appreciate that, guys, especially on this series as well. I know you guys enjoy it very much. So that's it from me for today until 6 p.m. I will catch you all again later on at the 6 p.m. video. See you all then. Adios.